Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a fast tutorial, I hope. I'm going to show you two things. The first thing I'm going to show you is gummy rings, and this is actually a large gummy ring. That one would be more like a large pendant necklace size. And then this right here is a gumdrop. I'll be showing you both. We're going to start with the gumdrops. Basically, you take any color you want the gumdrop to be, you roll it into a ball, and then to shape it, I use my finger and go around in a circle. As I'm doing this, I'm gently pushing the bottom on my paper, so that gives it a flat bottom and more of your gumdrop shape. When you're all done with that, you take a little TLS, rub it on your fingers until it's nice and sticky and tacky, but not too globby. And then I take extra fine clear glitter and roll it around. From here, you have your gumdrop. You bake it. These are a little bit thicker, so I bake these for 33 minutes. And now we'll start with the gummy rings. So the gummy rings, when we get the right size, I use a circle cutter. Sorry, I didn't have my circle cutter on me. And I rolled out flat some translucent. This would be for like a gummy grapefruit color, but I use translucent Primo and white Primo. And the only thing that is more important in this particular project is having a thicker layer of translucent than white. So here it's pretty close, but you want to have the white bottom and the colorful top. You could do them any color. The green apple is wasabi and Primo translucent. So Primo translucent, Primo wasabi, just a tiny bit of pinch of color to translucent. And you could do it with any of the colors, but just use a tiny bit of the color and use a whole lot of translucent. So what I'm going to do is I put the translucent color on top, the white on bottom, and it's just rolling them out in flat sheets. The thickness doesn't really matter too much in this project. And then I use my fingers and I pinch the side of it to try to help them meet each other. Just keeping moving in a circle, and then I start rolling it. From here, I'm taking one of my double-pointed knitting needles and I twist it all the way through till it's through the bottom. I rotate it till it gets past the tip, and I go through the back, enlarge it a little bit so it stays at least the same size in the back that we put in the front. We could smooth it. And to enlarge the hole a little bit more, I'll roll it, trying to keep it even. This helps enlarge that hole a bit more. You could continue doing that until you get it as large as you want. That also helps shape the inside of the hole. Make sure at the end you are rotating it again, just to make sure it stays round. Then I take a little TLS on my fingers, get it sticky again, and toss it in my fingers. Drop it in the glitter that we used for the gumdrops. And there we go. So that is ready to bake. That probably takes about 25 to 28 minutes if you're using the Primo at the 275. So that is both of them. For this one, I use the 1-inch cookie cutter, and then I use a smaller round cookie cutter for the center. It makes it a lot easier. And before I added the glitter, I smoothed the inside of the hole to help shape it going towards the center so it's not a flat line, but it's curved. And that also has the thicker outside. So there we go. And hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really hope to do an ice cream cone tutorial a little later today, and I hope to do an ice cream tutorial later today. I have a little guy around right now, but he's going to be going to see his grandma for some playtime. So hopefully I can go ahead and get that done a little later for you. I'll show you some of these. Some of these colors here. For the gumdrops, I used the rainbow colors that I had just because I wanted to show you the actual process of doing it. It's super easy. But if you want it to look like real gumdrops, I would suggest using more translucent and just a tiny bit of color, and it looks much more real. You could also use those micro glass beads on gumdrops. I think for gumdrops like this, these look more realistic, but the all sorts, the candy all sorts, where it's the little balls on top, those are perfect for those micro beads that we used on the snow cones. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to do an ice cream cone a little later today. Thanks so much. Bye. Where did my phone charger go?